Hello again, everyone. We have ourselves another cast here, and it seems to be the Sunday tradition to cast a bronze and a platinum game. And actually, the tradition seems to be a bronze game featuring Biaxin and a platinum game featuring Lazy Bear is also the growing tradition. And the other tradition is to have our casters be Taboshi and somebody else. Hello, Taboshi.
Hello.
And then Obi-Wan Kenobi is our somebody else today. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yes, we got ourselves, as I said, a couple of matches. Yes, I seem to remember last week we had Biaxin and Lazy Bear featured, but they're facing some new opponents, so that'll be fun either way. And
both very enjoyable players to watch.
Yes. And I'm really excited to see T-Flame in action. It's been a little bit, and he is always very entertaining to watch. We will see that after this first match. So bloodredyeti and Biaxin are first to go, and we'll look at their draft real quick here. Ooh, banning gallery. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Balcony, I understand.
Balcony, I understand. Gallery,
I mean, I do understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. It's like long ballroom, kind of.
Yeah. Sideways ballroom, sort of.
Yeah.
It is true, though, that gallery can be a surprisingly static venue. It feels like it's a venue where it feels like it's surprisingly difficult to find creative solutions.
Yeah, the fact that it only has the two conversation circles, that sort of seems to make AI not move around maybe quite as much. And of course, there's that doorway that is death to anybody going against a pathing sniper. And then the random...
And the sniper can see everything at once.
Yes,
so
that does, yeah. Unless you're small, man.
And that leaves us with restricts on Veranda and Pub as well, which are some of the less popular venues anyway, so that's no huge loss.
Yeah. And then, though, I will say bloodredyeti won me back with doubling Courtyard.
Double Courtyard, double Redwoods, Tayen, and Veranda, the venues to play.
So maybe that restrict was
a fun match.
Maybe that restrict was a good choice on bloodredyeti's part.
Indeed.
And so we will see how this all shakes out here. We can just get right into it. We got ourselves...
Yep, starting things out on Courtyard with Biaxin starting things off on the spy side versus bloodredyeti's sniper. Let's get this underway in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I feel like Courtyard is a pretty safe pick for the spy.
Courtyard is an interesting venue because it's very, very difficult to get wins on spy if you are just doing the usual soft tell, hard tell at the end sort of situation. But if you can find ways to be creative here, do something a little bit outside the norm, then spies find a huge amount of success on this place. A little bit of an awkward position in conversation here. We do have the 51% off of that early close green flirt, and we're taking a very early purloin as well. Unfortunately, it was a white test, but it's completely off camera as bloodredyeti is paying too much attention to the other side of the venue completely. This might be clean.
Yeah, completely hidden by the statue, the big statue in the middle. Following
There's
up
the
with banana
contact
bread.
coming off. Just takes a shot at Smallman. I think he just knew he got caught out on the purloin there and sort of took a desperation shot at the tail end of it.
Yeah, it doesn't pay off though.
No, it does not. So that puts Biaxin up one very early from the spy side. Let's see what they can do on the sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it. That was an interesting little bounce by the AI there.
Playing it safe with the AI control at the beginning.
Yeah. Created a bit of a spooky situation with the ambassador, but very clearly no bug occurred. Bloodredyeti just sort of settles into a conversation and takes a sip while he waits for the party to settle. I think he was hoping to be able to find the seduction target in this far conversation, but they went into statues instead. So Bloodredyeti has just sort of been walking around a little bit aimlessly at the start of this one. No progress yet.
Yeah, absolutely. But maybe the seduction target joins and we're able to flirt now.
Yeah, that's very helpful. It is a white test on the first one for 30%, so we're going to need to find a green test somewhere if we want to get this done in 3, but this is... That's a very nice find to have the seduction target walk in for us like that. Getting a standing bug as well is a huge deal.
Gets away with it clean, it seems.
Yeah, just had the right angle. It's a sparse conversation, which is not the kind of situation you usually take that bug in, but because of exactly where the laser was, Queen was in the exact position to cover that gap and to cover the arm, so that wound up being basically perfect.
Let's see if we can take advantage of the early bug and finish missions though, because we are kind of running low on time though.
Banana bread.
So is able to get the green test on the second flirt to bring us up to 75% and immediately takes the contact following it. So minute and 30 left to play. We've got 2 missions done, including a bug. We need to go into statues still, and we need 1 more flirt, and that's it. I think the statues are going to be the big turning point of this game. If we can survive that, I think Bloodredyeti is going to have this.
Yeah, probably we are waiting for the timer flirt and then... Oh, no. I'm wrong, apparently.
Bit of a wider path than you usually see coming out of that conversation, but into statues we go. 1, 2 inspects done. No real reaction from Biaxin. It doesn't look like they're interested in taking that shot quite yet. There's the cooldown as the flirt gets finished.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Biaxin...
a shot will come off, so...
Yeah, so it's the spies who get it done early on with a purloin and a bug, respectively. It's 1-1 as Biaxin steps back into the spy side versus Bloodredyeti's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Pretty clean game so far by both players here.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can manage to find interesting and unusual plays from the spy side and get away with them, as I was saying, spies find a lot of success on these venues when they're able to make that happen. It's just that with the high sniper angle and good view of a lot of the party, it's difficult for spies to get away with just that slow, soft tail heavy game. 51% on the early flirt for Biaxin, and into the contact immediately after lets off a couple of lowlights, but pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, absolutely, and absolutely good banana bread. Now I think what we're looking to finish that flirt now.
Yeah, absolutely. Was just waiting for the seduction target to settle. We chase them into conversation, but are not able to hit the green test on the second flirt, so it's 85% where we stand right now. Still 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play, so we've got plenty of time still to work with. I am worried that this is turning into one of those slow soft tail games yet.
Let's see what Biaxin has in store for us.
It looks kind of like they're eyeing up the statues right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see them step in when Smallman enters his second cycle around. We'll see what he winds up doing, but he's just spending a lot of time. It looks like he wanted the timer flirt first, but doesn't wind up getting it as the seduction target steps away before he's able to get anything. Fake contact, interestingly enough.
Interesting choice.
There's the purloin. I think the contact was to cover for the list take. Sees the list gone. Does he know what happened there? It was a direct take on the white test. I'm not seeing much reaction out of Blood Red Yeti, though. There's the flirt done. And he does decide to take a shot off of it, but it's not the right one. It's purloins twice in a row that catch Yeti out.
He was scanning the venue because he didn't know who took the list, but in the end, he took the wrong shot.
So it's been all spies so far. Let's see if Yeti can keep that tradition alive and come out of the first venue even, or if Biaxin is able to find a lead from the sniper side. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. There's an early bug attempt during the time of chaos and immediately gets caught out. So no, it's not Spy wins across the first venue. It's going to be Biaxin taking the lead 3-1 at the end of the first.
This is peak SpyParty play.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Taft is a very fast ambassador. So even with a fairly quick spy to work with, when you're trying to chase him down, it's just not going to work very often, especially when you sort of wind up in that weird limbo position where you're just kind of waving at the sniper like that. Redwood's up next with Biaxin on the spy side first. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Looks like we're going to give chase all the way to the blue bookcase, but thinks better of it once he lands in. Redirects directly to red, and we're going to start with a book and a couple of inspects.
Yeah, Redwoods is unique in this sense, where you can inspect while reading a book.
It's interesting to see what spies do with that kind of stuff. We're taking out the red book early on, so we've got that in hand. Out we go to the seduction target for 34%. So this has been a very fast start for Biaxin. If he chases to blue here, he might be able to get the second flirt and slam this book into blue, but that seems a little bit risky at the moment, and Biaxin seems to agree, so just slipping out to the fireplace pad for now. Where do you think this book is going to land? Do you think we're going to try some animation transfer and set it back in red, or do you think it's going to go elsewhere?
I was thinking that Biaxin was going to the fireplace because he wanted to animation microfilm, but maybe he's going to put it back in the blue bookcase at the back of the venue.
It seems fairly likely. There's the contact coming off, on a fake contact, rather. Was also in conversation with the seduction target, able to get a second flirt up to 68%. But
It's a highlight for it.
Indeed. The fake contact is certainly an interesting idea. Ambassador drops in to say hi, which is always a little bit nerve-wracking when you're in range for him. Minute and a half to play. No mission completions yet, but a lot of progress. This should be one mission down as we corner the seduction target in the middle of the venue and finish up that flirt.
Yeah, we have to do something here if you don't
Another
want to...
fake contact. This is very unusual.
Banana bread.
Two low lights available, only one taken. Out to green bookcases we go to put this back. We've had this for basically the entire game, and it's been tracked that whole time. The shot comes off, and Biaxin's not able to get it done.
Unlucky by Biaxin.
And nice memory on that book from Blood Red Yeti as they step into the spy side themselves versus Biaxin's sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Lots of bouncing around the ambassador there, not taking anything from it. It definitely felt like an opportunity with the amount of bouncing, but it's very hard to tell what the situation's going to be a split second after you hit that button, so I don't blame them for not taking it. The highlights for that early situation are certainly there. Does take the bug in standing conversation after the highlight happens, which is hilarious. And a 17% flirt to boot. So this has been a very eventful start of a game.
Yeah, full of activity. Gets highlight, but it didn't bug actually.
Green test on the contact. That's off a couple of lowlights, but certainly not too bad. This is not the kind of position you want to be timer flirting in, though, because 17% on the first one. If we hit a green on the second, we're still not going to be in a great situation. It's only a white on the second, which gives us 34% progress on the flirt, which, as you will notice, is what you would normally get from a close white test.
Yeah, absolutely. But pretty active party, so we've got a lot to do here.
Indeed. Into the green bookcase we go for a pair of inspects. I don't think we're going to try anything with this book. No, it just goes right back down again. Under 2 minutes to play now, but a lot of progress has been made. In for the third flirt, even though you'd think it was a second, it's another white test to 67%.
I think we are doing pretty good with pacing. We are really in the driver's seat here.
Agreed. And back into statues to finish up the inspects. So one more mission is all we need, and it's going to be the flirt almost certainly, with 1:20 left to play. Plenty of time to work with on the clock. It's just a matter of not getting shot before it happens, and we moved a little bit too quickly, I think. Biaxin willing to take that shot.
Nice catch by Biaxin.
Nice timing on the shot, too. Finally pulled the trigger 8 seconds after the inspect happened.
Yeah, probably noticed that he was finishing specs. And he thought that he was done with missions, so he shot.
Yeah, crediting the flirt. Just a very good mission count there for for Biaxin rather, as they step into the spy side next, up 4-2 versus Yeti's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we are rocker again.
Into the outdoor statues to start the game is very unusual for a spy. Normally they chase down the seduction target off the top of the game, but getting that out of the way early can be very nice moving. Ooh, that's a huge bug on the way into the bar. Just caught the ambassador walking up behind us and absolutely took advantage. That's huge for Biaxin. And immediately takes the purloin too.
Crazy play by Biaxin. Let's see if we get rewarded for it.
So that's 2 hard tells done pretty much immediately. That's not something that's that easy to track, although he does seem to have figured out that something happened at that bar. Luckily for Biaxin, all they need is soft tells at this point to finish this up. Gets a flirt at the statues as well, so that is the second inspect and the first flirt all at the same time. It's 51% off of the flirt. This can very easily be a silent game at this point.
It can be, but I feel like it would be a little bit risky to go for to not go for banana bread.
We shall see. The contact is often something that will prompt a sniper to pull the trigger. So avoiding it can absolutely throw off the sniper's rhythm enough for you to get away with something. Into the green bookcase, though. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't take a statue directly because they may well have gotten away with the first statue visit cleanly. Actually doesn't even take the inspect before they step away with that, which is very unusual. There's the flirt done. Minute and 10 to play. All we need is this last inspect now.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to finish missions.
$50 seconds. All right, here we go. Putting the book back. This is the moment of truth. There's the inspect done. Bloodredyeti does not seem interested in taking the shot right now, looking at the laser movement. And that is another spy win from Biaxin. They're up 5-2.
Really great game by Biaxin.
Yeah.
Showing that he's not afraid to rush and to finish missions.
Getting the hardtails done very quickly was a huge boon for them. An opportunistic find on the bug and snowballing it into another one after is often something that is very hard for people to catch. And that gives them a substantial lead as we step back into one more game of Redwoods. Yeti on the spy this time in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Bloodredyeti manages to get in the first request at that bar rush, which was quite nice. And in next to the ambassador we go. There's the bug. It was well hidden behind the trees. A very risky attempt pays off dividends.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking to mask it also.
Indeed. So that's bug done, and into conversation with the double agent we go. We also have a delegate to work with if that's something we decide to make use of. Oh, I didn't realize it had already been sent.
Yeah.
So that's the delegate done. 2 hardtails away. Again, same as last time. It's the purloin and the bug very early. Contact happens as well. A significant number of lowlights there.
Yeah, a couple of lowlights, but I think we are pretty good actually.
Yeah, we can just take our time, play for flirts, not do anything else to draw suspicion to us. It's going to be very difficult for Biaxin to find a way back into this game. I think Bloodredyeti has this in the palm of their hand. All they need to do is not drop it. First flirt, a close white for 34%. Plenty of time still to work with. Oh, just before the flirtation cooldown ends, the seduction target steps away. That is not a huge loss, but it does mean we have to give chase quickly, so we still have time to finish with the timer flirt. Green test on the second flirt to 85% is certainly helpful, because it means we don't need to be concerned about positioning for the last one in case the seduction target bails on us again.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter either way, though. A shot comes off, and it wasn't the right one. Biaxin, I think, had to take something. They were going to have a really hard time getting back into that game, but it wasn't the correct shot, and Bloodredyeti is able to stay within touching distance.
Yeah, pretty good game by Bloodredyeti. Showing again, using the same weapons Biaxin used against him.
Absolutely. On to Taeyen next. A very tight, hectic venue. We'll see what Biaxin's able to do with it in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Usually on Taiyan, there are a lot of opportunities to bug.
Indeed. Split shojis too, which helps impede the sniper's view. When we start in the front statues to get our singular inspect rather than a pair, because of the company we had through most of that.
Wow.
Oh, that's a huge landing for the seduction target. Very nice to see that join us at the back there. It's basically a free green flirt to bring us up to 80% and into the conversation with the double agent we go. There's a quick contact out of it as well. A very good contact too, only really lets out one low light.
Yeah, just 1 or 2 lowlights.
I thought we were going to take a bug on the way into Blue Bookcase, but opts to not. Just sort of walk on in. Misses the print, unfortunately, but hits the green test on the animation transfer. So blue microfilm in pocket now. Under 2 minutes to play. Ambassador drops back into replace the book, and we take
Wow.
the bug on the way out, but it's the wrong arm, and it winds up waving right out past the shojis into the middle of the play area. bloodredyeti is on top of it and takes the shot.
Yeah, it was pretty much seeable, unfortunately.
Indeed. So that's Yeti back within striking distance, has a chance to tie things up from the spy side of Taiyan versus Biaxin Sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. That was a wild moment with the Ambassador early on in the game, but it being right out front like that, too risky to try anything. So Yeti just sort of lands in a bit of an awkward spot in conversation, but close enough to their seduction target to still get 29% despite being effectively cross-conversation with them. That's an immediate white test purloin, though.
Wow, really rushing the missions here.
I think it's down to 2. This is really a problem for bloodredyeti. We even have safety off for a moment. I don't think he's willing to pull the trigger yet because of how thoroughly narrowed down the party is. 62% off of the second flirt. Is going to need a green in order to finish that in 3.
Yeah,
but right now,
if we win this, it's not gonna be far from mission completion.
Yeah, I agree. This is really just a matter of trying to make it look like we are not doing things. A difficult briefcase is a decent way to do that. Not hitting it, though, means we effectively cannot take another fingerprint pad for the rest of the game. Third flirt comes off to bring us up to 96%, having missed our green tests. I think this might be the first time Kane has stepped away from his spot, and it doesn't matter either way. I think Biaxin was just waiting for an excuse. The contact comes off, and the bullet is instantaneous. And that puts us at 2 match points for Biaxin. It's 6-4, the score.
Wow, really good shot. Probably the white BB is what prompted the shot.
Yeah, certainly looks that way. Veranda, the last venue to play. Biaxin has 2 games to try to find 1 win to take the set. Yeti needs both to force a draw. Let's see what Yeti can do starting from the sniper side of Veranda, the preferred place to be. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Veranda is quite a hated venue, I feel like, among the community.
Well, 5 mission venues are always a very difficult proposition, no matter which way you slice it. That's just a very early swap. He just walked up to the statue and swapped it. That could very easily be a fake green test there, but it's far too early in the game to try to be framing anyone, so we're just really leaning into a 50-50 if that gets seen. I don't think it's been seen yet. That is a very awkward bug, though. Bloodredyeti is on top of it, and we've got one last game to play.
Yeah, I really like the early swap there before bloodredyeti could memorize statues, but he ruined it all with the bug there.
Yeah, a little bit too greedy. Doesn't wind up working out, and bloodredyeti has a chance to tie up this set, but has to do it from the spy side of Veranda. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. And it's just going to be a slow start as we sit in conversation and wait for people to settle. Fake contact very early on is an unusual choice.
Giving away a couple of lowlights here.
Indeed. And a highlight for something or other. This just does not look good. This positioning is a problem.
Yeah, it doesn't, definitely.
34% on the flirt, though. At least there's that. And now that Wheels has stepped away, it looks a lot less awkward, but it's still not ideal.
Yeah, that's the worst conversation in the game.
It's going to be a purloin, and it's going to be a green test this time around. Immediate take, so we're not able to get any sort of purloin chain after the fact. Sees that the list is
and
gone.
It's seen.
I think it's down to 3. This is going to be a very difficult climb for Yeti. Takes another drink fairly quickly to try to make it look like it wasn't him, but I have my doubts that it will work as intended. 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, it's definitely seen by Biaxin. And it's down, now it's down like to 5-6 people.
It could be worse. 5 people off of a purloin chain is not as nearly as bad as it could be, but this is still a very difficult situation to play from, especially on a 5 mission venue. We've got the purloin done, we've got the flirt done, but there's so much left to do, and with only 5 guests to look at, we are extremely exposed during all this.
Yeah, we definitely have to be careful here.
So into the statues we go for our first inspect. I don't think we're going to be able to get a second off of this. So statue just goes right back down where we found it, and it's minimal progress, but progress nonetheless. 2 minutes to play as we go statue to statue out front. So that's going to be the inspects done at least. A little bit early there means that there's no chance of an inspect swap to finish it off. Not that this is a great character for it either way, but Biaxin takes the wrong shot. Is not able to hold long enough to catch Yeti out. And somehow, Yeti manages to hold that set to a draw.
Yeah, I don't know what prompted the shot here. Maybe he thought that she swapped or something.
Maybe. Either way, this has been a very spy-heavy set. Both players' spy games playing extremely well, but I definitely feel like there were a couple of times where the snipers left games on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a couple of sieve shots, but honestly, really good games by on the spy side by both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well played stuff.